Happy Sunday, everybody. Good afternoon. Kaylee and I've just nipped to town, so I am doing another recipe today. It's basically Jaffa bread and butter pudding. So it's Jaffa cake bread and butter pudding, but my take on it. So right, we'll spin you around. I am going to make some fresh custard after, so it's going to be in two parts. So obviously I'm going to make the bread and butter pudding now, and then later on I will make the fresh custard to go with it. But I will put it all into one vlog. So yeah, it's going to be Jaffa cake, bread and butter pudding, and homemade fresh custard. Right guys, so this is what you're going to need today for everything. Yeah, there's not too many ingredients. Some of the stuff you should have in the house, like all this side, most people have it in the house, maybe not dark chocolate. And a lot of families definitely won't have the brioche loaf. I use brioche loaf because it's a lot nicer for puddings. And yeah, that's just what I like to use. I think that brioche loaf, this one's from Aldi, it was about £1.79. So it is a bit pricier than if you're using just normal bread, but the taste is a lot different. So we've got a bar of dark chocolate, some marmalade, some vanilla extract. You can use vanilla pods for the custard, but I like to use vanilla extract. Eggs, obviously some of the eggs are going to go into the bread and butter pudding, and then just for the custard we're only going to be using the egg yolks, not the whites. So yes, that is that. Some corn flour, some milk, some caster sugar and some double cream, and that is all the ingredients you need to make this. So let's get ahead and make it. Right, so everybody does this different. There's no right or wrong way, but everybody does it different. My way is I'm going to pour about 200 ml of cream into the bowl. Then I'm not adding sugar to my mix that's going into the bread and butter pudding, only because the brioche is quite got sugar in it, and the marmalade has obviously got plenty of sugar in it. So I've got 200 grams of cream. I'm going to add 5 eggs. Excuse that if you can hear that. Riley's on the PlayStation. So, yeah, 5 eggs. About another 200 ml of milk. And then we're going to give that a whisk. I'm going to find my whisk. It's here somewhere. Here we are. Get my whisk. We're going to whisk that up, because we're going to do this in two different ways. Obviously, so you make sure you get plenty of the sauce through it. Just give it a good mix. Make sure the egg's all in with the cream and the milk. Then, if you like it super sweet, you can add a bit of caster sugar. I don't, only because that is me. So I'm going to put that bowl there. This is the dish I'm cooking it in. I'm going to get my brioche loaf. Some people like to take crusts off. I like to leave my crusts on. Like I say, it's entirely up to the person that's cooking it. Now the bottom layer, the first bottom layer, it's going to go like that. Obviously 4 slices. But I'm going to soak mine in the mix, and once it's had a little bit of a soak, then we're going to place it into the bowl. Don't forget, this is the first layer. Try and get a good nice tight squeeze. Obviously it softens up when it goes in. There we go, just squeeze that one in. Doesn't matter if it's nice and tight. Right, so this is my bottom layer. I'm just going to rinse my hands off. So I'm going to put you on pause a second, and then I'm going to show you what I do next. Right, there you go guys, hands are all washed. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to get my marmalade. And I'm just going to pop it into a bowl. About half the jar to start off with. Literally, I'm just going to use the back of the spoon just to soften it up. Just because that's the way I like to do it. So that's set that to one side. Break your dark chocolate up. Obviously this will melt when it goes into the pudding. It's literally just so quick and easy to make. I'm just going to pop the dark chocolate on the bottom of the first layer at the bottom. Just like so. Just like that. One more bit in that thing. Try and do it evenly so when it melts, it will melt over. Then we get some more of the brioche bread. I reckon another 4 slices. But this time, I'm not going to soak it. I'm going to put the marmalade on the back. Just like so. And then, I'm going to pop that on top of the first one. Don't be scared to put a nice big layer of marmalade. Obviously if there's any gaps, we'll fill them in a second. Yeah, nice big load of marmalade. So don't be shy. This bread is so durable, you can just squeeze it in the gaps. You can slice it, but obviously we just like to just do what we're doing basically. So there we go. So that's the second layer. Just like so. Now we're going to get the mix. I'm going to pour some of the mix on so it soaks in to that bread. And we're just going to repeat. Same again. Obviously the first layer, because it's right at the bottom, that's why I like to soak it first. But this is going to be the last layer, so we're going to make it look a little bit neater. Obviously, break the chocolate up again. Right, same again guys, just put layer of chocolate. Nice and easy. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything spectacular. You know, end of the day, it's a bread and butter pudding. Everybody loves a bread and butter pudding. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slice my bread in half. I'm just going to grab a knife just to make the last layer look a bit nicer. Same again. Marmalade on. And then I'll probably go diagonal on this one. And if your marmalade runs out, just add a bit more. There we go, nice layer of marmalade. You're literally just going to lay it on the top. Then we're going to add a few chocolate chunks to the top. I need a little bit more marmalade. So I'm just going to finish this bit off and I'll be back with you. There we go, as I've done that bit, we're just going to get this last bit of chocolate. We're just going to put it on top. Although it's got nearly a whole jar of marmalade in there, so if you're Paddington, you'll be loving it. So you just took this bit just in between the breads. Leave a bit poking out, a bit underneath. Like I say, it's going to melt, so this is just a normal chocolate. It's not a massive high quality chocolate. Like I say, you can use whatever you want. Use milk chocolate, you don't have to use dark chocolate. And then I'm just going to get the rest of the mix, pour it on top. I like to leave mine to soak in for about half an hour before I put it in the oven. But once it's in the oven, you're going to put it on 160 for 30 minutes. Check it after 30 minutes. If it needs another 10 minutes, give another 10 minutes. So that is that done, guys. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of Demerara sugar on top of mine, just for that little bit of crunch. And then pop it in the oven. And we'll get back to you when it comes out the oven. And then we're going to make the custard. Right guys, so that is the bread and butter pudding out the oven. Obviously I'm just making roast dinner as well, so I've just done some braised red cabbage. So I've just done roast as well, and then we will make the custard in a bit, and then we will put it all together. Right guys, so we are back to the making of the custard. So I have literally just put, there's 8 egg yolks in there, no whites, just yolks. And I've got 2 pints of whole blue milk on to warm up. You must warm your milk up first. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our egg yolks. We're going to get 100 mils of sugar. So I've just got 50 ml scoops. 100 mils of sugar. Now we're going to beat this. Just mix this together. It doesn't take long. The more free range your eggs are, the darker your custard's going to be. So this is such a simple way of making custard. Like I say, a lot of people, normally, I'm not going to lie guys, normally I'll buy ambrosia straight out the carton. Because it is easier. But if you want to taste the difference between real custard and custard that's been pre-brought, then I've got my vanilla extract. It is quite a posh extract because it's got no colours and you get more vanilla taste. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of vanilla, teaspoons sorry, of vanilla extract. We're literally just going to whisk this till it's all in, just like that. Then I'm going to get my corn flour, 1 tablespoon of corn flour. This is what will thicken the custard. But always remember to put it in when the mixture's cold. If you put corn flour into a warm mixture, you're literally just asking for trouble. So there's the corn flour in. Give it a good mix, and then we're just waiting for the milk to boil. That's going to be ready in about another minute or so, and then we'll go on to the next step. So here we go guys, so the milk is warm. We're literally just going to pour the milk into the glass bowl very gently. Whisk all the time. Just so it's like that. And then we're going to get another pan. I'm pretty sure I've got one. Only because I'm literally cooking roast dinner at the same time. But I wanted to get this video done. So I'll just pop you over to excuse the rest of the roast dinner. So another pan on the him. All the mix in the bowl is going to go straight into the pan. Always whisk it. The rest of the warm milk, we're going to carry on mixing. You can add extra vanilla if you wish to. Obviously I've done quite a bit of custard because there's quite a few of us. But we're literally just going to turn the heat down. Then just whisk until it's to the right consistency. Obviously everybody likes custard at a different consistency. Some people like it super thick, some people don't like it as thick at all. But I will just try it to make sure it's got enough sugar. Yeah, it's got enough sugar. Bit of vanilla maybe. No, I don't think it needs vanilla either. It's literally, we're just going to whisk it on here for 2 to 3 minutes. Like I said, just until it thickens up. And then we'll all be set to serve. So there we go guys, all in a bowl. Looks fantastic. We're not even eating roast dinner yet, so I'm going to have to polish this portion off just to make sure it's okay. Right guys, so that is my take on a Jaffa cake bread and butter pudding, homemade fresh custard. It is lovely. Hope you've all enjoyed this. If you want to like and subscribe, if you already haven't, put underneath what you would like the next dish to be, and then we'll go on to the next dish. So thank you for watching, and I'll chat to you guys again soon.